Mr. William Braden, Western Washington University class of 2001, is your commencement speaker. Will Braden never set out to make his living pretending to be a French-speaking cat riddled with existential angst. But Mr. Braden's film school experiment has turned into a successful enterprise, and he couldn't be happier. While studying at the Seattle Film Institute, Mr. Braden enlisted his family's good-natured cat, Henry, in a short black-and-white film meant as a parody to entertain his fellow film students. But the wry video, featuring the dark philosophical musings of Henri, as narrated in French by Mr. Braden, received 200,000 hits on YouTube. Soon, Henri had more Facebook friends than Mr. Braden. Last year, Henri's second video topped 2 million hits and was followed by a book deal and a People's Choice Award at a cat video film festival. Henri has opened other professional doors for Mr. Braden, who expects to be producing more pet-related content in the near future. Today, he will talk about the advantages, particularly now in the age of social media, of going it alone to create art or start a business. Please join me in welcoming 2001 Arts and Sciences distinguished alumnus and friend of Western Washington University, William Braden.
Greetings to the class of 2013, faculty and staff, proud parents, and bored siblings. It is my honor to be here tonight. I really wish I'd prepared something in advance. I was going to mention that I was here probably on this very day 12 years ago, but Trustee Thompson kind of trumped me with the 48 years. I know there are probably some who heard I was going to be giving a speech and said, "The cat guy? No way that guy is giving advice to our kids. We got to take a bridge out or something, just keep him down in Seattle." But try as they might, here I am. It was a pleasure to meet with Dean Carbajal today. I had a chance to offer my suggestions for new curriculum in my former major, creative writing. I believe the major can be strengthened by the addition of required preparatory classes, such as how to make a latte, buying a car for under $2,000, and of course, getting a hot meal from your parents for doing yard work. I believe college has a responsibility to ready you for your life ahead. As was mentioned in my introduction, I created a character called Henri, le Chat Noir, that grew from one video in film school to a series of videos, of course, Facebook and Twitter accounts, and a recently released book that incidentally makes a great economical last-minute graduation present. It's been a surreal journey, to say the least, but I've enjoyed it every step of the way. My business cards literally say, "I make cat videos." You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. Now, how many of you are honestly planning to enter the cat video industry after graduation? Not, okay. Just a few of you. So I'm afraid a lot of this isn't going to be relevant to the rest of you. Most of this is on grooming. I'll skip ahead. It might seem on the surface that because what I do is strange and singular, standing here and trying to impart advice might be a little difficult, but that's not the case. What I hope to offer you is a little bit of encouragement that making your own career path is as accessible and realistic as it's ever been. Though my job is pretty weird, it's also suited perfectly to me. My love of philosophy, my background in writing, my interest in languages, my interest in music, and of course my experience with filmmaking. If you add all that up, in hindsight, of course I should pretend to be a depressed French cat online. I also bathe using only my tongue, but that is perhaps beside the point. I found myself one time describing what I do to someone I had just met, and I said to her, if I could have designed the perfect job for myself, this would be it. And she said, but didn't you kind of do that? And she was right. Some of it was serendipity, some of it was by design, but all of it was accomplished by charting my own course instead of following an existing path. Now, before your parents start squirming in their seats, let me clarify something. If you have the chance to take a more traditional job, take it. But I'm not sure because the commute is 25 minutes and my boss seems like maybe... Take the job. Not only is it nice to have money and health insurance, you want to take it for no other reason than your other job-seeking friends might kill you and bury you in a field if they find out you passed on one. Having a real job does not mean you can't continue thinking of new things and working on them. That is what evenings and weekends are for. They're also good for watching Game of Thrones and eating nachos. That's free advice. Take that as well. But back to my main point. Some of you may want to create something of your own, and the good news is that you live in a wondrous time for doing just that. Years ago, if you wanted to record an album, you would need to rent a recording studio, multiple instruments, maybe hire people. Now all you need is a MacBook and a $50 mic. If you wanted to film a movie, you'd need to buy film, rent cameras, equipment, pay to process and edit the film in a lab. Now all you need is a DSLR, a boom mic, and a MacBook to edit on. Even if what you want to create is less overtly creative and more business-minded, this is still a fantastic time to do just that. In the past, you'd need to hire employees, rent office space, borrow copious amounts of money from your investors and whatnot. But now you can do almost everything with a MacBook, some determination, and a few phone calls. I guess my point is that you really need to get a MacBook if you don't have one. That's point one. You have more to gain and less to lose by forging your own path than any graduating class before you. Don't make the mistake of thinking that all the technology and access you have at your disposal is purely for your entertainment. It can be the building block for creating your own perfect job. And if you can try and fail 10 times and all you've lost is some of your own time, you're actually ahead. As Allison pointed out, failing is good. Not just in the motivational speaker sense of learning to get back up, but in a practical, realistic way. The preeminent philosopher of our times, Louis C.K., was... Ask your kids, they'll tell you. Was asked about making mistakes, and he gave a beautiful answer. He said that, quote, all you're left with is the forensic evidence of all the mistakes you made and all the rocks that you've crashed into. And you're left with this beautiful map of where all the dangers are, and you repair all the holes, and then you're so much better, end quote. This is a wonderful time to live. You have access to everything and everyone. You can disseminate your ideas to anyone you like, and you can create anything your mind can conceive with less money and more facility than ever before. The only real mistake you can make is to not take advantage of all of this. Teach yourself how to use and utilize everything. Cultivate your interests and passions with whatever means you can find. And if you find yourself searching for something that isn't there, make it yourself. And of course, if all else fails, just film your cat. Thank you, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Will. We only expect the best from Western alums, and we always get it. Thank you so much.